For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over my favorite Team Diamond players. And now this video will be divided into two parts. The first part is going to go over my top 5 Team Diamonds you should be looking to pick up, and the second half of the video will actually be showcasing how you guys can get these players for much cheaper than they sell for on the auction block. So let's get into this one with the swift top 5 rankings of these team builder cards as we hop into the block and get into these stats. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, we are on the road to 100k. Somehow this guy right here was able to get close to 100,000 subscribers.
Salsa family, and today I'm dropping some heat for you guys.
And we are under 1,000 subs away. If you are watching this video, hit that sub button down below. We are going to try and hit it on Saturday night. It should be an incredible night if we do so. So if you're watching this, you like the content on the channel, hit that sub button. It would be greatly appreciated. So here we go, guys. Here are the top 5 players to potentially pick up. I'm going to probably try and pick up most of these cards over the next couple of weeks, but let's get into card number 5. Now at number 5, we have close to the perfect cornerback in Madden 21. Everything about this Brent Grimes card is literally off the charts other than one thing. Let's get into all the good first. And he's got 96 speed, 97 excel, 98 agility, and 98 jumping. Those are top end physical stats. All those can get up to a 99 if you power the card up. Next up, the man, the zone, the play rec. All of that can also get up to a 99 by powering up the player and adding some chemistries to the card. The press isn't incredible, but that's not really that big of a deal. The catching is at an 86, change of direction is at a 96. Incredible stats for the Brent Grimes card. The only thing I don't love about the card is the height. At 5'10", that could be an issue, but I don't feel like that's going to be the biggest deal. I don't think height is a big deal in this game when it comes to corners. He's going to be able to absolutely lock up in man coverage or in zone coverage. The fact that he's got that crazy change of direction and agility is going to mean that I think this card is actually going to be able to play really well in zone coverage. He should be able to react to passes quickly, and he'll be able to get there really fast. With that agility, he can move around laterally, move up and down fairly quickly as well. So Brent Grimes right here is, in my opinion, the best corner. I would say he's someone a lot of you guys should look to pick up, especially if you are looking for an upgrade at corner. Now at numero 4, we have Braylon Edwards right here. I'm not sure why I'm talking in Spanish, but let's get into the stats of this Braylon Edwards card. Now he's a deep threat archetype. That's the first thing to kind of notice on the player, which essentially means that he's not going to be able to get route tech for cheap, but if you do like to use deep out elite or deep in elite, he is going to get that for cheaper. So that's solid right there. That's probably the second best wide receiver archetype in my opinion. He's going to bring you 96 speed, 95 acceleration, really solid. The agility is going to be pretty nice on the card. Change of direction is a 90, so he's going to be able to have some pretty solid physical stats. Now he's also 6'3" with a 98 jumping. Yeah, he can go up and get that football. All the route running stats are going to be able to get up to a 99 fairly easily. Medium route running might be a little bit more challenging. The catch in traffic, and spec catch are all really awesome as well. In my opinion, this is probably the second best wide receiver. He also has some solid stats after you get him the ball. So he's going to have a 94 stiff arm, 92 trucking, 90 carrying. Like, this card is pretty juiced up. Honestly, all the wide receivers that came out are fire. This is the second best wide receiver in my opinion, but you do need more than one receiver on your field. So you can pick this card up as well as the next receiver we're going to go over. And now with the 3, we have a card that I have heard glowing reviews about, and that is this 98 overall Dre Archer. Now, Dre Archer is obviously a pretty small running back. He's probably shorter than most of you guys. He's 5'8", 173, but the speed, the acceleration, those are all wild. The agility is at a 98 as well. Change of direction is at a 97. So the physical stats are the best we have seen at a running back in this Madden game for basically the whole year, which is pretty wild right there. The broken tackles at a 97. The catching is at an 80, so that's solid. I thought they were going to give him a bit worse catching, but catching at an 80, tick that blocks off. He can receive the ball fairly well out of the backfield. Carrying is at a 92. I don't think that's a big issue. People don't fumble a lot in this year's game. Looking at some of his juke move, his spin move, and that type of stuff, it is all wild. The juking, the spin, that is incredible. Ball carrier vision is awesome. Obviously, he isn't a power back, trucking at a 49, but I have heard incredible things about this card. I've heard he moves better than most other running backs in this game. So far this year, I would say the running back I like the most is Alvin. He has some really nice movement to him. You can tell when he's got the ball. He's kind of gliding through the field. The change of direction is really nice, and I would assume that this card is like that, but even better. The fact that he's smaller, I think kind of works to his advantage, at least for my personal style. Some of you guys do like to run a power back, but if you you aren't running a power back scheme and you're not running out of I form and you're not going downhill with your runners, then Dre Archer might be for you. I would assume he's going to be really shifty. You can make some solid moves with him. I've heard he's really crazy with the stop and go. The fact that he's a little bit smaller and weighs less means he can actually decelerate and accelerate even faster. So I do really like this Dre Archer card. I want to pick him up really badly. I think he's going to be super fun to play with. Now at number 2 right here, we have potentially the best wide receiver in this entire game with a 98 overall Sterling Sharp. Now Sterling Sharp has 96 speed, 96 acceleration. Power that boy up, add sprinter. Those are both to a 99. The jumping isn't crazy, the height isn't crazy, but the catching traffic, spec catch, and all the route running is awesome. He is also a route runner archetype, so he is going to be able to get you route technician for cheaper than most other archetypes do. That is awesome on the Sterling Sharp card. This is honestly the perfect receiver in this game in my opinion. I don't love a big receiver to throw the football up to. I prefer someone like this who's a good route runner, has a really awesome speed, great hands, and that is exactly what we're getting from Sterling Sharp. He also has some really good after the catch moves, stiff arm, change of direction, ball carrier, juke, spin. Those are all really good. I would say this is probably the best receiver in the game in my personal opinion. I would love to pick him out pretty soon. So yeah, Sterling Sharp, best receiver in this promo, and debatably the best receiver in this entire game. Now at the 1 right here, you guys probably guessed it, we have the best card in Madden with a 98 overall Eric Berry. The stats on this Eric Berry card are basically all 99s when you power him up. Speed, acceleration, play rec, pursuit, man, zone, and hit power. Those will all get up to a 99 when you power him up and add some basic chemistries to the card. The change of direction is solid at a 95, which is actually really important for a user. I feel like most of the other good user cards in this game, like Derwin James and Jamal Adams, are hovering in the low 90s, like 91 or 92. 95 for Eric Berry should be noticeable. He's actually faster than any safety in the game as well. This card is absolutely glitchy, guys. Agility at a 94 is sick. This is hands down probably the best card in Madden right now. Definitely the best card in this promo. Definitely the best safety in this game, and I would say someone all of you guys should look to try and pick up. Now this is going to lead to a perfect segue as to how we can get these cards for cheap. Now Eric Berry's up for 700k. You guys will notice that majority of the cards that I had mentioned in this video are selling for around 700 to 800k. The power-ups are typically up for around another 100,000 coins, but how can we get these players for cheap? Because we don't want to spend that 800,000 coins like some sucker just did. Instead, what we're going to do is we are going to hop into the sets, and I want to go over a couple of strategies right here to get these sets done at the cheapest price possible. So as you guys will see in the Team Affinity section of the sets, we go to Series 5, we go to Team Diamonds, and I'll show you guys my progress on the Eric Berry set and show you guys the principles that I'm using here that you can apply to literally any of these other sets. So starting it off, most of these sets are going to require you a Team of the Year player. Now if the Team of the Year player that you search for on the auction block is selling for more than 240 to 250k, we are not buying the card. So Chris Jones is up for 270. We don't want to pay that price for the player. What we can actually do is snipe training at the cheapest training value possible, which right now is around a 5 CPT, potentially just over a 5 at around a 5.2 or a 5.3 CPT, and by doing so, we are going to be able to go into the training section of the store and open this pack up right here. Now, when we multiply 5 by the amount of training points that the pack costs, which is 46,000, that is going to give us a number right around 240k, which is going to mean that is the total cost of getting this Team of the Year player. So that is step number 1. You want to get your Team of the Year player right there. It's going to cost you around 250k by doing it and using training points. If the Team of the Year player is actually selling for like 240 or 250, then don't worry about it. Just buy the Team of the Year card on the block. But as you guys can see, Chris Jones is a bit more expensive, so we will definitely be using training for the card. Now, next up, we are going to need 690 to 94s. You typically want to buy these cards at a price of around 50k or less for this set. Now, prices definitely will vary, but if we're spending 50k on this set right here, that is going to mean we're spending about 300,000 coins on these 90 to 94s. Now, finally, we also need some 85 to 89 overall players. If we're buying these cards at 20k or under, that is another 200k on these players right here. Let's do all that math, and when we add that all up, that is 750,000 coins for the player and their power-up. Most player and power-ups will sell for like 850k, but we're not actually going to spend that much. We are going to try and snipe these 85 to 89s as well as the 90 to 94s to make it so that we're only spending like 700k on this Eric Berry set. Now, a lot of the sets in here will actually be cheaper than that. So if you take a look at the sets for a lot of the other players I showed off, you're probably spending closer to like 650 to 600k on the sets, and that's going to be accomplished by being able to buy the 90 to 91s and 85 to 86s for a much cheaper price. So let's start it off right here by going over the filters that I like to look at when it comes to getting my Chiefs players. We'll go by 84 to 85 right here. We will scroll down until we start seeing some 85s, and I'm really definitely looking to buy these cards at under 20k, 18k, 17k. That's more what we're looking for. We'll take a look at this filter right here. This one is usually pretty solid, and I don't see any snipes up. Now, the second step is to actually just filter it down by 90 to 91. If we see any cards at under 50k, we buy them. But this is all about being patient, guys. I do not buy all the players at once. I've been going in here maybe every hour or so, or whenever I'm really on Madden, and just taking a look at both of those filters. Maybe we buy a couple of cards. If we don't, that is totally fine. And let me show you guys how much I've been spending on the majority of these players. As you will see, for the higher overall cards right here, we'll go by overall. I was able to get all these cards for under 50,000 coins. A little bit of an overpay right there, but 48k, 39k, 46k. And then for the lower overall players, we are under 20k at basically all these purchases. 22 for Joe Montana, but otherwise like 18, 15. That's going to ensure that we are not spending that much on the set. And the main tip that I want to give you guys is be patient. You don't need to buy all the players at once. Just come in, maybe buy one, maybe buy two, take a break. You'll be able to get the set done. I'll definitely be able to finish this set tonight. And it also kind of feels like you're spending less coins when you do it that way, so I kind of do like that. I'm definitely going to finish Eric Berry. So yeah, that's what I wanted to overview in today's video. My top players to buy, as well as how to get the players for cheap. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end of the video, scroll down, leave a like. I am also giving away 1,000,000 coins and some cash money when we do it 100k. I will leave the link to enter that in the pinned comment. I'm also going to leave a link if you want to submit any questions for a Q&A when we get to 100k. Both of those will be linked in the description. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
So,